What is evolution? Who first explained it? Why does it keep happening? Where do we see proof? And when did it begin? Evolution is change in populations over generations driven by heritable variation and forces that push gene frequencies up or down. Here's a striking fact: tiny advantages add up. A slight edge in finding food or surviving a dry season, repeated generation after generation, creates big shifts in form and behavior. Hold on. That simple maths explains everything from bacteria becoming drug-resistant to the origin of wings. Who first put this in one clear idea were Charles Darwin and Alfred Russel Wallace. They observed variation, overproduction of offspring, and environmental limits. The logical outcome is selection. Individuals with traits that help survival and reproduction leave more descendants, and those traits become common. That's not a guess. It's the mechanism that turns random mutation into adapted design through cumulative steps. How traits get passed is DNA. DNA is a code that copies from parent to offspring, and copying makes rare errors called mutations. Most mutations are neutral or harmful. A few help. When the environment favors a helpful mutation, its frequency rises. Quick example: a single mutation can let a bacterium survive an antibiotic. Under drug pressure, that single change can sweep through a population in days or weeks. That shows evolution on a human timescale. Where the deep proof lies is in living genomes, controlled experiments, and the fossil record. Fossils show transitional forms that match evolutionary predictions. A fish with wrist-like bones bridging water and land. Early feathered dinosaurs blending reptile and bird traits, and many intermediate steps in between. Genomes let us reconstruct family trees and timing. DNA trees match the order fossils place species in. Experiments and field studies confirm the processes those records imply. When new species appear, it usually starts with reduced gene flow. A population split by geography, by a new mate preference, or by a shift into a new niche accumulates different mutations and faces different selection. Over time, that divergence can produce reproductive isolation, the formal mark of new species. This is not just history. Speciation has been observed in plants, insects, and fish under natural and laboratory conditions. Modern evolutionary theory ties together Darwin's selection, Mendel's genetics, population models, developmental biology, and genome data. Population genetics gives equations to predict how fast traits spread. EvoDevo explains how small genetic tweaks can rewire growth and create big morphological changes. Genomics provides the raw timeline and the details of which genes changed and how. Evolution is not purely random. Mutation is random, but selection is directional. Chance events matter in small populations, but the repeated, non-random filter of selection builds complex adaptations by many small, testable steps. That's why complex organs can evolve without invoking miracles. Each step is viable or neutral, and cumulative change explains the pattern, concrete. Modern examples connect this to our world. Pathogens evolve resistance to drugs. Pests evolve around crops and pesticides. Urban animals adapt to light, noise, and new food sources within decades. These changes affect health, food security, and conservation. And they are measurable, repeatable, and predictable if you know the rules. Evolution explains patterns across life, shared anatomy, nested groups in the fossil record, genetic similarity that traces ancestry, and ongoing changes we can watch and measure. That unified picture, fossils, genes, experiments, is why evolution is the framework for understanding biology. But if you want concise, evidence-first science facts like this, subscribe, like, and follow for more.